Do you feel like God has you on pause, or have you ever felt like the things that God has promised you are not coming to pass? If so, this video is for you. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, my name is Fatima, and on this channel we talk about all things Christian faith, mental health, self-care, and wellness. And if you are a returning friend, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. We are talking about my testimony and being a lukewarm Christian. Editing Fatima here, just to let you know that initially this video was just me sitting down talking, which was pretty boring. So I decided to add some vlog clips. If you don't want to watch the vlog clips, check the timestamps below and jump to the part that you're interested in. Okay, bye. Hey guys, good morning. I know this is a weird way to start a vlog, but I just wanted to check in because I'm doing Caruso steam rollers in my hair. Do y'all remember these? I actually have to run because I have a therapy appointment in like 15 minutes. And I tried to do my hair real fast. We're gonna see how it turns out. But yeah, I have so much that I want to share with you all today, and I'm gonna be running a few errands. So I'm just gonna take you along and we will catch up throughout the day because you all seem to enjoy my last vlog like that. So let's run it back. My therapy session was so good today. Like, it was so good. I really love my therapist. Like, I am so grateful to have found her. The progress that we've made in the last couple months has just been amazing. Edge control I use, the Style Factor Edge Booster. I don't really know if I like this fragrance. This one is like the orange ruby. Today we're just using what we got, okay? What Mariah said.
I'll do the best I can, but when I got
I typically when I come to therapy, I am not dressed. I don't have on makeup. I'm usually looking real bummy, like maybe I just came from the gym or I'm on my way to Trader Joe's. And what's funny is that today I'm doing the same stuff that I always do, but I had time today. So she was shocked. She was like, she said she didn't even recognize me when I first came in. Interesting how people see you in one way and then it's like in reality you could be showing up a whole different way. Things I want to talk to you guys about. One of the things in particular is actually about my YouTube channel and about just my content over the last like year or so. I want to commit to bringing more of that to my channel. And I actually want to talk about why I haven't been bringing that to my channel. Like, what was stopping me in the past from talking more about these topics. I realized recently that I've been a lukewarm Christian for a really long time. And I know that may be shocking to a lot of you. You might be thinking like, what? Like, I don't believe you. I don't know if that's true. I want to give a rundown of like a timeline of my testimony and my journey. You can relate to that in any way. If you feel like you've been a lukewarm Christian before, or maybe you currently are a lukewarm Christian, if you feel like, you know, you resonate with that, just thumbs up this video, leave a comment down below, and we're gonna get into it when I get back from running my errands. I guess I'll take you guys along with me. I'm going to Trader Joe's. We're just gonna pick up a few things, and then once I get back home, I will check back in with you guys and we will talk about my journey, my testimony, how I've been a lukewarm Christian for a while. But also, like, let's get into the hair. So my hair is not looking like fresh curls, but for this to be a month old flat iron or silk press, whatever you want to call it, this is a month old. Like, I sprayed some dry shampoo on my hair today, and baby, put those Caruso steam rollers in. If y'all have never used Caruso steam rollers, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna want to get you some Caruso steam rollers, especially if you are into silk press season. Wait, I need my Jeep. If you are a silk press girly, or if you have natural hair and you like to wear your hair straightened every once in a while, for sure, get you some Caruso steam rollers, because I used to use these all the time back in the day. Like, this was back in, like, I don't even remember what year it was, but I used to wear my hair straight a lot when I was making YouTube videos in like maybe 20, I don't know, my hair was like shoulder length though. Like, I cut it into like this cute little like bob, and it had all this volume. I use Caruso steam rollers all the time, and when I tell you my curls were popping, like if I could show y'all, if I could find a picture of my hair in that short length, I've actually thought about cutting my hair back like that recently, because it was just such a look. And with the way that I dress now, I feel like it would be so cute. Like it would be so cute. But anyway, this is how it turned out today. I should have did a side part, because this hairstyle looks better with a side part. Doing any crazy grocery shopping, to be honest. I'm just about to get like some fresh juices. I really want to get some fresh flowers, and maybe like some snacks or something. But to be honest, it was just one of those days. Like, I'm off, I'm already in the area, I feel cute, I want to be out in the world, I have energy, because yesterday I felt like death. And yeah, so I'm just out running my errands and looking cute while I'm doing it.
They can't take me from my home. Are you gonna ride with me? Hold me down, will you listen, never lie to me? This is all the sign I need. So tell me, will you keep me safe?
Why should I fake it anymore?
Guys, so I've been back home for a while. I've eaten, I guess, lunch, and now I'm just about to make me some tea. So I just wanted to show you guys my little tea setup situation here. So this is my kettle. I've shown this in a video before, and if you're interested in any of the stuff that I'm about to mention, I'll try my best to link it in my Amazon store. But this is my tea kettle. I'm obsessed with this. It's so fast and it works so well. And in here, I just have like some little straws that I use for like smoothies and stuff like that. And then I have like some tea back here that was in a box, and it's just kind of taking up space. And then I have tea that my friend bought me for my birthday, and then some of my favorite teas are out in the front. So this tea, I just want to share it because this person, the person who makes this, her name is Takia. She actually, I don't know if she still makes YouTube videos, but that's how I found out about her. And then when we both lived in LA, we actually like met up, and she's super sweet, and she started her own brand. I think she may have moved to Jamaica, if I'm not mistaken, but I just wanted to shout out her business. It's called Are You Privy? I will do my best to link it below and to put it on the screen. But this tea right here is great if you suffer with just PMS symptoms, if you're moody, if you're tired, if you have cramps. Highly recommend this. Her products are amazing. She is such a beautiful spirit. Her videos are so good. So check out her channel and support her business. I'm actually not going to drink this right now. I've been drinking it since last night because my cycle is starting soon. But I'm actually going to have one of these teas. This is also a black woman owned business. I can't remember the name of the business. This was a gift from my sister for Christmas. I think it's called Quality. Yeah, Quality. That's the name of it. I think I'm gonna have this blend, the Spirituality. I just like this one. I think I'm gonna have that one, or actually no, I'm gonna have this one. I love this one, the Cucumber Melon Mint. This is the one I'm gonna have today. So let's get into it. Okay, so as you can see, I have my little strainer here. You can get these from anywhere. My sister also bought me this for Christmas, which I love, but as you can see, I already have tea inside of here, so I'm not gonna use this today. So all I'm gonna do, the direction says to use 1 tablespoon. So I have my little teaspoon measurement here. So I'm just gonna take some, put it inside of here and let it do its thing. So I'm just gonna take 2 of these. That's a big one, so I'll do a smaller one. That was like 1.5, to be honest. So, and this is what the herbs look like. They look like flowers, which I love. Like you can actually see all of the herbs and the flowers and everything. So I'm just gonna pop that back in there. I have peach turmeric chai, which is really good too. I really like this one. And then the other one is green energy, which maybe I should have had this today because I didn't get my coffee, but so yeah, also have this one. and just gonna pour it in here. Hope you guys, they're naturally sweet. So yeah. And then I've shared this before, but I'm pretty sure this mug that my friend got me for my birthday is from Target. So if I can find it, I'll link that below as well. Editing Fatima here again, just to let you all know, I'm nervous. So let's just get into it. Before I dive into like my full testimony and all of the different things about my journey spiritually, I want to share a little bit of who I am today for those who may be new, or maybe you've been subscribed for a while but you haven't watched my videos in a while. So, and also I have my notes here, so bear with me if I'm looking off screen. That's why I'm just looking at my notes. So first and foremost, where do I start? I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, I am a plant mom, I'm aspiring rich auntie, okay, and very proud of that one. And I'm also a certified meditation and breathwork facilitator. I am the founder of a nonprofit organization called Soul Beauty Outreach, and the goal of that organization is to provide women who are unhoused with the resources that they need to navigate the transition from unhoused to housed. I work full-time job. I work in tech, in marketing, community management. I've been doing that for years. I love my job. I love what I get to do, and I love that I also get to make content as a part of my work in the world, my purpose, my giving in the world. So I want to share my testimony because, as a lot of you may know, I am a Christian, but there's also plenty of people who may not have known me for a really long time, and you may not know my walk. And I never, ever, ever want to come across as if I am one of those girlies that have it all figured out, that I am this Christian woman that's been on this path and just never make mistakes. And I just don't want that to be the perception on my channel. And this year I'm really committed to showing up a little bit more authentically, and we'll get into that a little later in the video as to like how I came to that. But what that means is sharing my testimony, sharing the parts that honestly I've been a little afraid to share in the last few years, if I'm being honest. So grab your tea. If you haven't already, I have mine. Grab your tea and let's talk about it. Okay, where I started. So I grew up in church sometimes, but I would not say I was a believer until I was well into my early 20s. So from what I remember as a kid, I have to confirm with my mom about this, but I remember like going to church for special occasions, or if we were visiting my grandmother, who's a Southern woman, okay, Baptist Southern woman, you were going to church if you were in her house. But outside of that, like church and God and religion was not something that really was a huge part of my family dynamic. In 2010, I found myself broke and broken after college. I was deeply confused and deeply depressed. I had dropped out of fashion school, moved back home, and was working at Walmart making $7.25 an hour. I will never forget. And I was really, really down. And I actually have videos from that time. So if I can find them, I'll link them. But just go and look, just go and watch those older videos. But I have videos from me during that time. I think that's around the time when I started my YouTube channel, actually. I was not happy. I was not happy at all. And in 2012, my living situation at home was completely uprooted, and that resulted in me being unhoused, which is why I now have this passion to serve women who are unhoused today. So what that means for people who don't know, or maybe you haven't heard the term unhoused, maybe you're just used to hearing like homeless, right? Unhoused is you are bouncing from place to place. You're sleeping on couches, you're sleeping on blow-up mattresses, you're staying with a friend here, staying with a neighbor, staying with your cousin, staying with your auntie, and all outside of personal choice and preference, right? Because some people live that lifestyle. They live a nomad lifestyle. Some people couch surf, you know, there's a whole community of that. But this was different. This wasn't, I'm couch surfing because I want to save money and explore the world and meet new people. This was, I'm couch surfing because I don't have anywhere to go. I don't have anywhere to call home because my version of home was uprooted. And I have a video about that portion of my life. If you want to check that out, you can watch it. I'll link it somewhere. And then in 2012, continuing in 2012, I was very depressed, and that is where I started to search for answers. Like, I remember being depressed to the point of not wanting to be here anymore. And I won't use the word because I don't want YouTube to flag my video. And that resulted in me searching for answers. Like, I vividly remember the day when I thought about doing it, and like I had a plan in my mind of how I was going to do it. And I remember just asking God, like, why am I here? What is the point in all of this? If it's going to feel like this, why am I here? And so glad that I did not go through with what I was thinking about. In that time, like from 2010 to 2012, maybe 2013, I was just very deep in learning about Buddhism, Hinduism, Islam, just studying all these different things to find answers. Touched on Christianity a little bit, but I was like, no, that's not for me. And I just explored all these other areas. By 2015, in my way back to Christianity, I started to attend church more. I started to serve. I was on the praise dance team. Okay, I kind of missed that actually. Like, I miss being on the praise dance team. It was just beautiful. Like, I started to just have this like shift in my life where God and Christianity felt right for the first time. And then in 2016, I actually announced here on my YouTube channel that I would no longer be talking about fashion and beauty, because prior to my YouTube channel looking like this, I was definitely doing outfits, and I was giving you wash and goes and braid outs and twist outs and all of the things. And I made a commitment at that time that I was no longer going to create content about that, and that I was solely going to talk about my faith journey in hopes that it would inspire you and help you to grow your relationship with God. I actually want to play a little bit of that video. It really hasn't been for a while to kind of like go all the way there. I talked about this in one of my vlogs. I was kind of like on the fence of making a second channel and dedicating that towards faith and spirituality and things of that sort. But it's like the more I thought about it, and the more I sat with it, and the more I prayed about it, I realized that by doing that, I was reacting out of fear. I was reacting out of, well, what if everyone doesn't want to hear about this? What if I start to lose subscribers? What if, brands no longer want to work with me? 2018, I got baptized, and I remember the day so perfectly. Yeah, it was like the church that I grew up in, essentially. Like, that's the church where I got saved. That's the church where I was serving. That's really the church that helped me to and shaped me to become the woman that I am today. For several years, I focused on just talking about God on my channel. So from 2018 to 2021, I would say, I focused on that. And then in 2021, towards the end, life started to happen. Or actually in 2022, so 2 years ago now. January of 2022, life started to happen. And I'm gonna be honest. If you go back and look over my channel, or if you've been following me and you remember during that time, I barely posted. And the reason I barely posted was because I was embarrassed. I was too embarrassed to turn on my camera and talk about the things that I was going through. The same way I had in the previous years when I was navigating different things, I would turn on my camera. And I think that's why so many people enjoyed my content and resonated with me, because I was so honest and vulnerable. And I was real. And in 2022, when life started to happen, I just shut down. And I can't say that I regret that, because I think in a way I needed to deal with a lot of that stuff privately. But I know in hindsight, that is a big part of why I stopped posting on my channel, because things felt too real to come and share. And that shame that I felt disconnected me from my purpose and disconnected me from helping those that may have been watching. So I just want to take a moment, a brief intermission, to encourage anyone that may be going through something and you know that God put it on your heart to share, but you feel ashamed of what you're going through, to know that if God is putting it on your heart to share and to discuss and to talk about these things, that it's for a purpose, and that you will bless somebody by being obedient. From 2022 to 2023, I experienced heartbreak, job loss, evictions, health issues, fibroids to be exact, several moves. I moved a total of 5 times. I moved 5 times in the year 2022. I struggled with fibroids. I struggled with weight gain. I had relationship issues. I had financial issues. Okay, I was evicted. Twice. I know that sounds so crazy to say, and so many people in my life probably don't even know about this, but like I saw two eviction notices. Shocked. I had never experienced that before in my life. 2 of them. And like I said, I was ashamed. I was ashamed to talk. I was ashamed to make content. I was ashamed, but God is such a redeemer. Like, I literally said I was not gonna cry. I said I was not gonna cry. But God is such a redeemer.
I'm done. Cut the show.
Now, because God is such a redeemer. Like, as I sit here and I look around this beautiful space that God has blessed me with, it literally moves me to tears to know that I spent all of 2022 feeling like I did not have a place to land. Feeling so unstable and so embarrassed and so just beat down by life. And then for 2023 to be one of the most peaceful years I've ever had. God is a redeemer, okay? It would do no good for me to sit here with makeup, hair, all this stuff, and to not acknowledge the goodness of God. To not genuinely acknowledge the goodness of God. So I just want to take a moment and encourage anyone that may be going through it. If you're going through it, you looking raggedy, everything looks like it is falling apart. Trust and believe that God will get you through it. God will get you through it. He will get you through it. Like, there's no way I can make a video about my testimony and not stop and testify about the goodness of God. About how he transformed my life, where literally you would not recognize my life in comparison to where it is today, in comparison to where it was in 2022. You would not recognize it. You would not recognize it. The abundance, the overflow, the joy, the peace, the clarity. Okay, let me try to get through the video. Several friends that I thought I would be friends with for a lifetime. Like, these were people that I considered my sisters. And during that time, I lost friendships because I didn't have the capacity to be a good friend. And unfortunately, with some friends, I did not communicate that in the best way. And as a result, I lost those friendships. So disconnected from creating content. Like, I was saying early 2022, I remember I still wanted to create, and I tried to, and I created some stuff on my Instagram channel. Like, I created a lot of meditations around that time. But I just felt this need of like isolating. Like, I wanted to isolate myself. I wanted to go through what I was going through privately. Didn't share a lot of content in like an honest conversation style like this. Like, I felt just so much shame, like I mentioned earlier. And in December of 2022, that's when I began to notice that my hair was falling out. I will do my best to find clips, and I will make a full video about my journey with fibroids. It's probably gonna be like a 3-part video, to be honest, but my hair started to fall out. My hair, when I would shower and I would be washing my hair, I kept saying, oh, it's just shedding a lot. But when I look back in hindsight, having clumps of hair coming out, like this much hair coming out from one single wash day or from one side of my head, that's not shedding, that is hair loss. Or when I would comb my hair, if my hair was straight, or even if my hair was curly and I would run my fingers through it, I would just fluff it. It would just be strands. Like, I would just see strands just coming out constantly. The heaviest I had probably ever been in my life. I was so uncomfortable and I was not confident, and I felt embarrassed and ashamed of a lot of my decisions and just where I was in life. And like I said, my hair was falling out, and I went to the doctor and found out that I had fibroids, and that was just so scary to me. So I committed to like 6 months of cleaning up my diet, cleaning up my act essentially, and working out consistently for my hair. As you can see, restored. Okay, my hair is not falling out the way it was. Wash days are not stressful anymore. Like, I am extremely, extremely grateful. And where God literally redeemed everything I lost. From my hair, my joy, my career, my financial stability, my peace, my passion for creating, my friendships and community, and most importantly, God restored my passion for Him, for seeking him, for spending time with him, for being disciplined, for leaning into all of the things that he has been calling me, asking me to do. I have been being very selfish with my channel and my content. And a big part of that is not just because I can, right? It's because the direction that God has been leading me in with this channel for years now has been one that I found myself running from. So I mentioned like from 2016 to 2018 or 2021, I really leaned into the Christian, the faith, the talking about God. But somewhere in there, it was like around the time when I moved to California, I noticed that my content kind of shifted a little bit and I wasn't as clear and direct when I was talking about God. And a big part of that was because I did not want to be branded as a Christian influencer. I didn't want it to be a Christian YouTuber, because every time when I would come on YouTube and I would find Christian YouTubers or influencers online, they always had this uptight, Miss Perfect, my life is figured out vibe to them. And because I knew that my life was a mess, I wanted to be so far away from that identity. And as a result, that led me to become lukewarm. I wasn't studying as much because I wasn't creating content that required me to. I wasn't talking about God as much in my day-to-day life or in the content that I was creating, the work that I was putting out in the world. So I didn't have to go as hard in my time and be consistent in my time. It wasn't a priority anymore because I was not showing up and being reliable to other people to help them grow their faith. And that is something that I am embracing this time around, this year, creating content, being on YouTube. Like the last few videos that I've posted, if I'm being honest, a lot of the videos that I posted last year were for me. It was for me. It was just something I wanted to do. It was something I felt, something I was inspired by. The Divine Detour series was for you, I'll be honest, because that was me really navigating, and God really did put that on my heart to do. God is taking me in now, requires me to step it up a notch. It requires me to really be committed to growing in my faith and sharing the things that I'm learning, sharing the things that I'm doing in order to help others continue to grow in their faith. And as scary as that is to admit, I am definitely moving outside of my lukewarm Christian girl era. No more. So if you want to label me as a Christian YouTuber, as a Christian influencer, that's fine. I embrace it. I also am, like all the other things that I mentioned in the beginning of these videos, I'm multifaceted. But if that's what I fall into here in this space where you are watching me on this platform, that is okay, because that is a huge part of who I am. It's a huge part of the values that I carry so dear to me. And it's a huge part of my purpose here. It's a huge part of why I'm even creating content in the first place. So I'm leaning in, is what I'm saying. And when I started the video and I said, do you feel like God has you on pause, or like things he promised you aren't coming to pass? Maybe that's why. Like, yes, you clicked this video maybe because you wanted to be nosy, or maybe because you wanted to hear my testimony, but hopefully you also clicked this video because you realize that maybe you're lukewarm, or maybe you realize that you have not been living up to the potential that God has placed on you. And if so, I want to share a few takeaways, because I want to make sure that this video is not just giving you tea, girl, but that is also giving you takeaways, okay? So number one, do the last thing that God asked you to do. If God told you to do something, to create something, to work on a certain project, to start a certain business, do that thing before you go back to God and ask him, God, what do you want me to do? God, why aren't you blessing me? God, when is it gonna be my time for my breakthrough? And before you go back and ask those questions to God, I encourage you to first do the last thing that God told you to do. Number two, stop being afraid of being put into a box, okay? This is me speaking to me, but hopefully it also speaks to you. Like I said before, this isn't a brand. This is who I am. After 7+ years of being on a walk with God, this is who I am, okay? This is who I am as a person, and I'm ready to share that unapologetically. I'm finally ready to share it. Number three is, in order to do the thing that God has asked you to do, you have to trust God. You cannot try to do it in your own strength. Tip number four is be disciplined. If you're going to make a change, you have to be disciplined, and I encourage you to find an accountability partner. You watching right now, you're my accountability partner because I'm committing to this. I'm saying it out loud. I'm posting it. And I'm also asking you to comment down below right now and let me know, what day would you prefer a video on? Do you prefer upload on Sundays or on Mondays? I'm leaning toward Mondays, but y'all let me know in the comment section and that's what we'll go with. What's next for this channel? So what's next is that you can expect to see more videos about Christianity, more videos that include prayer and scripture and Bible and journaling and all the things that I love and have been doing for years. I'm just gonna share those more here on this channel. And a lot of it will be through vlogs because a lot of you like my vlogs. So I'll still try my best to incorporate that style of video. Those are actually my favorite to make. I actually hate making videos like this where I'm sitting down and I'm just talking. So yeah, we can look forward to more of those. And lastly, turn on your notifications, subscribe and like this video. That does so much for the algorithm, guys, like especially liking the video, but just also make sure you have your notifications on because I can see the analytics and I can see that a lot of people who are subscribed to me don't get notified that I'm posting new videos. I actually see these comments all the time where people will comment and say, oh my gosh, like I used to love your channel. I'm so glad you're making videos again. And I'm like, girl, I've been making videos for like the last 2 months. Where have you been? Like, your notifications are not on. So turn on your notifications so that you can get an alert every single time I upload. And like I said, consistency. So expect to see me once a week, okay? And if I'm not here, I expect y'all to be on me, to be on my, okay? Be on it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. The therapist said this to me today and I'm gonna say it to you here. It's about progress over perfection. I'm not trying to be perfect. I never will be. I'm not gonna show up here as the perfect Christian influencer girly. You're still not getting that. You're still gonna get me as me, but I'm going to do my best to be unapologetic and to be authentic and to share more of my story. So I hope that my testimony blessed you today. If it did, please let me know down in the comment section. And I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'm tired of talking, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna go. Cheers. Happy New Year, and I'll see you next week. Bye.